Hi, I'm Kate Hemmings and I'm pleased to welcome you to the August issue of Quick and Crafty magazine. I'm joined by Corinne Bradd, who's going to demonstrate one of her favourite projects from this issue. Hi Corinne.
Hello Kate, you all right?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent.
Now, can you tell us about the fab cover mount that's with this issue?
I can. We've got a lovely card making kit here, which is very pink and girly.
I love those hearts.
They're the faceted hearts, and they're self-adhesive as well, so you can stick them back to back on the piece of ribbon like we have on this card here. Now, Jill Alblas has used some lovely papers and all these extra embellishments to show you what you can do with it. This little nursery card is lovely.
Oh, those stars look really effective.
They are,
don't
they're beautiful. And what I also like is this trellis effect that she's done here. With almost like decoupage, she's cut the flowers out of patterned paper and then just added, and say these Diamante pieces, they really sparkle.
They really do catch the light, don't they? Very effective.
Yeah.
I like this one, I think that's beautiful.
On a flower theme, also Sarah Beeman's done these cards as well.
I love these.
Yes.
These are beautiful, aren't they? She punched flowers there, I believe.
Yes, she has, and then
those
what
with
she's done
beads.
is she's put the beads on the top, and she's also used some strokes of a gel pen and some little dots, because sometimes punch shapes can look really, really flat. But that's brought it to life. I mean, I love the colours. It's very sort of late summer, autumnal.
Yeah, very rich as well with all the reds and the plums.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very lovely. Now, these are one of my favourites.
Yes,
Caught my
yes,
eye,
it caught my eye as well, which is why I'm wearing one at the moment.
I didn't spot that. I'll have to watch it a bit closely. This is my favourite. I think that's absolutely beautiful. She's used Swarovski crystals there,
Yes,
hasn't
yeah.
she? How
Well,
has she actually made them?
Shiny Rocks have made them. What she's done is she's made like a wire armature for the shape out of thicker wire, and then you just weave a thinner wire at random around it, threading on crystals as you go, and also if you flip it over, she's also threaded the back onto it
I see.
at
So
the
it's all
same
done as
time.
one
So it's
piece.
almost like a spider's web, almost like a sort of rusticy effect, but they look really good with the gems, and you could pile them up, you know, winter coat, don't just wear one. If you make a coordinating set of 3, you could have them all down your lapel.
Why not? Definitely, I'm up for that. If you make me some,
I will do. Actually, talking about beads, there's some great giveaways and competitions in the magazine as well.
Really?
Yes, I mean, have a look in the magazine, but I know the Beadsmith has given some stuff for a competition prize.
Fantastic.
So it's worth
I'm
checking that
always up for
out.
some more beads.
Oh, I know you,
Don't need
yes.
any, encouragement. This is one of my favourites here, and I know you love this lovely gift bag.
I
This is by
do.
Caroline Blanchard, and I believe she's used a cuttlebug to create all the paisley shapes, which is absolutely lovely. But I must admit, I mean, these trinket bots are gorgeous.
They are
aren't
very,
they?
very sweet. And what's lovely about the cuttlebug is if you use it and cut it out from several colours of paper, you can then fit the pieces in almost like a marquetry effect. I mean, she's used Basil Basic and also some Basil Bling, which has got like a pearlescent effect on it.
That's
but they
lovely,
are
isn't
beautiful
it?
colours, and they, as I say, it's really professional looking.
Yeah, nice finish on that one. It looks like a little puzzle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the projects look great, but we've got some brilliant features coming up as well, haven't we?
We've got a feature on travel photography, so how to make the best out of your holiday snaps. Also, if you're into making jewellery, you can have a look at how to make your own fascinator. So if you've got a summer wedding to go to, you can make one of these extraordinary things that come out the top of your head.
You definitely make an entrance, that's for sure.
And I think we're also looking at the world of blogging as well.
We're joining the internet revolution. I'll be looking out for that one. You know, I like anything to do with the web. Now, can you tell us a bit more about this subscription gift? Because it looks absolutely fab.
Now these are the Dovecraft papers. It's Kate Knight's Hint of Pink. So for our subscription gift, we've got a lovely tin of chipboard, double-sided chipboard shapes. These are beautiful. So you can get cracking with them.
I do know how many are in there,
okay.
So be careful. And we've got some lovely brads here as well, haven't we?
Yeah, they're beautiful. The silver framed brads. You've got these shaker stickers, which are really quite cool, actually. In fact, actually, I think you could have them as a brooch.
You'd have to jump up and down those, people realise
true.
what they were.
With some peel-offs. These ribbons are beautiful as well. They're stick-on ribbons, also in the same shades, with a hint of glitter. And then there's a whole pile of papers here, 8x8 papers. I say it's the Hint of Pink, and if you look, they're all black and white and pink.
That's such a lovely colour combination as well, isn't it?
Actually, I'd like to decorate my bedroom like this in a sort of patchwork effect.
Well, please do and send a photo. I'll be interested to see that. Now, thanks for all that, but let's get on to the most exciting part of the video, which, as always, is the demonstration. What are you going to be showing us today?
Well, Jill Alblas has done a little set in the magazine, and it's a lampshade and a canvas and a notebook and a gift tag. She's used a very simple technique of just painting circles and then outlining them. So I'm just going to show you how to do this.
I like that.
Because I'm going to turn this into a set of 3 eventually. And it is simply just painting circles and then adding dots of a liner. Now, the paints that we use are Marabou Textile Paints. They're great. They work very well on pale coloured fabrics. If you use a couple of coats of it as well, you can use them on a darker fabric. This is a bag that I've done. As you see, the colours are more muted, but it still works very, very well. And then what you do is if you're doing it on like a T-shirt or a handbag that you will need to wash, if you lay a piece of clean cotton over the top of it and then just iron it, I think it's for about 3 minutes on a cotton setting, it will make it washable.
Oh,
so it'll bond it to there.
So it's practical as well.
Yeah, very practical. So just take your canvas and draw a series of circles on there at random. And then all you need to do, now the textile paint is really good. I mean, it's really quite thick. I'm not going to tip it all the way upside down just in case it's not that thick. But it doesn't spread at all, but it has got very good coverage. So if you just paint up to the edges of your lines, I'm going to be very, very quick about this, so it probably will go over the lines slightly. The coverage is quite good. Now this is a canvas which has got a certain amount of finish on it, so the paint won't actually soak right into it.
It goes on quite nicely though, doesn't it?
It does.
Nice
I mean, the
and
viscosity is lovely. It's really good coverage. It doesn't swim about on the top of it.
No.
There's not too much of it. So if you just do one colour,
Okay.
what you can do is you can either put your strokes in the same direction or make it sort of random.
For a bit of texture.
And then what I tend to do, rather than just wash the brush out, because if you wash the brush out, you'll end up getting a wet brush and then it will affect the thickness of the paint.
Okay.
I just take the paint off with a little piece of tissue paper and then you add your second colour. Again, you might find it easier if you work to the lines to start with.
Just
quite
for a
carefully.
neater
Yeah,
finish.
you don't need a lot. I mean, these brushes also are from Marabou, and they've got a lovely tip to. I mean, they stay together really, really well.
Because sometimes they often split after you've used them a while, don't they?
Always, when you wash your brushes out, always store them with the brush up.
Okay.
Best thing to do is wash it out, just shake it dry, and then that will preserve the tip and store them upright. If you put them, leave them to soak in a jar of water, you'll find that the tips will bend and then you'll never get any. You might as well just chuck them out after that.
There is no end to your crafty knowledge,
I know.
I'm pleased to say.
It's years of having to chuck paintbrushes out that's made me do that. I'm not going to finish doing all of this because I need to move on. But as you can see, the paint goes on beautifully.
So basically just shading the bigger parts of your...
Yes, yeah. I've left the background blank.
Okay.
But when you've done that, you will end up with...
One you made earlier.
One I made earlier. Now, I have put 2 coats on these to make sure the colour is nice and vibrant. What you then do is if you take an outliner, keep your outliner stored upside down. It will prevent air bubbles. Give it a quick shake, and then before you start working on there, just squeeze out the excess.
Is that so you don't get a massive blob?
Yeah, because you know what it's like. It's with all outliners, you end up going and it
Especially because
explodes.
it's usually the finishing touch as well, and you've done all the work beforehand.
Then all you need to do is just hold it like a pencil and run little dots all the way around the edges. And what that does is if you've made any mistakes,
That looks great.
it just covers it all
It
up.
just finishes it off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It pulls it all together.
I've got another handy hint for you as well, because on the finished one, I've made some smaller dots. You don't want the pencil marks to be too heavy. These pencil marks will get covered up by the gold.
Okay.
This is a small miniature terracotta flower pot.
I'm sure we've all got one of those lying around the house.
If you just run a pencil along the bottom of it, if you just go like that, it leaves you can probably not even see that.
It's just like a faint guideline,
It leaves you a
isn't
faint guideline, so you can just dot around the edge of it.
Oh, I see, so you don't see it underneath.
And you can make some perfect circles. Because I don't know about you, if you've ever tried using a compass to make a very small circle, you can guarantee it's not going to work.
Yeah,
but you can just dot that on, and it gives you enough of an outline for you to go round it.
Okay.
And then once you've finished that, you need to leave the outliner really to dry for 24 hours to be on the safe side. But when you have done that, you then end up with your finished canvas.
How have you finished it?
Yeah,
off?
what
that
I've
with
done is
ribbon?
I've finished it with ribbon. All I've done is run double-sided tape all around the outside of it. And because, normally you'd paint around the edge of a canvas, with circles it's not so easy.
No, it goes a bit wobbly.
But then if you just cover it with a coordinated ribbon, it gives it a really good finish.
That looks brilliant.
Thank
I'm
you.
really impressed with it. It's lovely. I'm
So I'm
definitely
going to make that into a set of 3.
I think that looked really effective. Thanks, Corinne. That's what we've got time for here today, but once you've read your copy of Quick and Crafty, come along to www.quickandcrafty.com for all the latest competitions and the full video archive. Until next time.